Hello everyone and welcome to my channel again. We are at weekly journal number 14 and I'm happy to be with you here today as usual. This has been a crazy week and yeah, I have some news to share. I released the Stella jumper pattern. I finished the tutorial where filming and finishing the sweater for the Shining Pearl jumper in this lightweight version. So yeah, I do have some surprises for you at the end of this video. Maybe you will want to win something from me. So yeah, I hope you will stay here and let's get started and showing you what I was working on this week. Okay, so first, the Stella jumper, which I was talking about for several weeks because I started to work on it in July, I think, and then because everything worked, when I started, I just wanted to try on this technique, how it will look. I wasn't sure that if it will work. Then I noticed that it's working and I was pretty excited, so of course that I had to make another sample to establish exactly the pattern and to film the video tutorial. So I end up with two samples in different weight yarn. One is DK, one is worsted, and it's working for both. I don't think that the yarn is really the fiber that you use is you can use everything. I had about 27 testers and I used the acrylic, merino yarn that I was using, even a cotton blend, so anything will work, and the sweaters are perfect and beautiful and better than mine. Okay, so I will let the link because I have a video tutorial, I have a free written pattern version on my website, and of course a PDF version in my shops, and I will put all the links in the description below. Now this was because I also had a question from Lindsay that asking for if when the Stella jumper will be released. So I think she saw already the video because it was published on what day is today? Okay, on Tuesday, I think. So yeah, I think she already saw it on YouTube on my website. Next, the second thing that I finished is the Shining Pearl jumper. Remember that I showed you I just finished the waving at the end this morning, so it's not blocked. A few things, so the pattern is working. I worked here size medium because I already told you that these diamonds are not pretty giving you too many opportunities to play with the number of stitches. So to avoid having a larger sleeve, I needed to start with less stitches for the sleeve, and this made a neckline smaller than for small size, for example. But it's working. For this I decided to shape the sleeves. I already showed you last week, and because I didn't have enough yarn of this off-white, I just used some color, and also at the bottom I use both of the yarn, so I think it's looking pretty good like this. Now next I will have to edit the video and update the pattern because I do want to make a chart with the yoke, because I think some people will find it easier to follow the chart. And yeah, I hope this will be soon. I don't know when. Another thing I was doing this week is to install some floor in the living room. I hated the floor since the beginning, but we didn't invest too much in this house since we bought it. And now with all the uncertain period and times that are coming, we said, okay, maybe it's not a good thing to put all our savings in renovated. But I hated the floor. I already painted like 3 times, and now I found cheap version with those self-adhesive planks of vinyl or something, so I said I need to try it. So it looked pretty nice, and I installed it myself in the living room, which is quite big, and at the entrance. Maybe I will put a video here because I made a short video with before and after. And just to tell you that I'm not doing only crochet or knitting or things like that. Sometimes I'm getting crazy and do some other things. But I was still working on some projects besides the Shining Pearl jumper, which I just finished, and hopefully I will finish everything I started, because I have these days an idea came into my head with the next season, with the summer, spring, summer, whatever, and I do hope to make it reality. I don't know, for now it sounds pretty excited, but I will see what my my mood will say about it, because I know that it will be challenging to do it by myself. But yeah, we'll see. If something is getting like for sure or I'm starting to put things in order, I will let you know. Well, the other thing that I was working is on this sweater. I just finished the front panel. I think it's like this. Oh, hopefully the neckline won't be, well, I still have some space here. Okay, so I finished the front panel. Now I'm working, I still have a few rows on the back panel. I know that it looks a bit shorter because of the it's twisted over here, but anyways I will work a wide ribbing like on the sleeves, so I think it will look pretty nice. I can't wait to finish this, and once that I will finish the back panel as well, and I will join again for the second sleeve, I think everything will go faster, because I will start decreasing for the sleeves and working with less stitches. But I love this so much, so it's nice. And another thing, I think I showed you a while back, that I started to work on a new nuage sweater. I don't know, just one day I thought, what should I do with this gray yarn that I have? And I don't know, sometimes I'm getting influenced by what people are making, because this design is from last year and people just started to make it I don't know, this year like a lot, and I started to sew it, to see it like everywhere. So maybe that's why I was the influence to start another one. But then I posted the nuage cardigan, because I have a cardigan version for this. On the cardigan I'm just following the same pattern, only that, okay, I'm not joining, so I'm working back and forth, and this is changing a bit, because on the wrong side you'll have to work the stitches on with the back post stitches to have it on the front. But yeah, I managed to split it. Now I will have even a darker gray to continue, and I hope it will be enough yarn. If not, I still have some black left over from the lava plover, so I think I will continue with that. But yeah, this is how it's looking so far. Maybe if I finish the, because this is working pretty fast, is the 10mm crochet hook. So if I'm finishing, I finish with the this sweater, maybe I will start to work on that one to finish it. And last but not least, I finished the second slipper here, and we will have a tutorial right away. So I will show you how I made this. They are pretty cute in the end. I don't know, the second one that I made is not pretty exactly the same. I don't know why, but yeah, I just made them, and they are pretty cute, and they are keeping my feet warm, which is great. So in the next minutes we will work on this the slippers, because I had a few comments that you want to show you how to make this. So so yeah, let's just get started and work on the slippers now, and then I will share with you the surprises that I have, and I hope you will like them. So now let's just make some slippers. Okay, so this is one of the slipper that I already made. I'm using for these slippers this Katia homemade. Maybe I'll put a photo here because I don't have it labeled, and I used 2 strands of yarn. And 2 strands of yarn held together so that I could have a thicker yarn to work with. And the crochet hook size that I used is a 6mm crochet hook. And what I did to shape the sole is just outline the sneaker that I had, because it was difficult for me to find the pattern otherwise, that I will be sure that it will fit. I will give you the measurements and the pattern in the description box, and I will tell you right away, in case if you want to adjust the size, how you can do that. So for now we will work on this pattern that I just found out. So after outlining the sole, I just with single crochet stitches I just tried to follow the outline, and I increase decrease where it was necessary. So now we will start from the basically from the heel, and we will chain 6. Then we will start into the second stitch, and we will work 2 single crochet. So we will do an increase, then 1 single crochet in each of the next stitches except the last one, and into the last stitch we will do another increase. So we will work 2 single crochet into the same stitch. Now we will chain 1 and turn, and we will work 1 single crochet in each of the following stitches, and we will repeat this row until we will have 12 rows in total. And here is where you can adjust if you need more length. On these rows that are without increasing or decreasing, you can just, if you need the sole to be longer, you can work more rows. And of course, if you want to be wider, you can start with more stitches. Now, so here if you want to adjust the length, we will have another section close to the toes with rows that won't be with decreases or increases, and there you can add some rows as well. Now on the row 13 we will start and work 1 single crochet into each stitch, And into the second to last stitch I will make an increase. You can do it into the last stitch as well, but when I have to increase at the beginning or at the end of the row, I just like to keep the last or the first stitch not double, so not to have an increase over there. So now we will turn after this increase, and on row 14 we will work one single crochet into each stitch. We will chain one and turn, and we will work again an increase at the end of the row. So this is row number 16. So again, into the second to last stitch I'm doing the increase and then one single crochet into the last stitch. Chain one and turn, and we will repeat this row one more time. So again we will increase at the end of the row. And now is the next section, which I said that it will be without increasing or decreasing. So for the next 5 rows up to row 21 we will single crochet into each stitch, and if you need to add more length to your sole you can work more rows over here on this section. If you calculate the number of rows that you need, how many rows you will need, you can add a few rows in the first section and then a few more rows in this section, just to have enough rows for your sole length. So now for the next 5 rows, or as many rows as you need to complete the length, we will just single crochet into each stitch. Okay, and now we will start to decrease. So again, I want to make a decrease at the beginning of the row, but I will do one single crochet into the first stitch and I will decrease into the next 2 stitches, and then continue with one single crochet in each stitch to the end of the row. And we will repeat this row 3 more times, so up to row 25. So decreasing at the beginning of the row with one stitch. So now again I will decrease into the second and third stitch, work them together, single crochet together, and I will work up to row 25. And now the last row will be with one decrease at the beginning and at the end of the row. And basically the sole is done. So now we will work a single crochet edging all around, and because we need this sole to be in the mirror for the left foot and right foot, and we will work 2 pieces, so 2 soles, 2 pieces like this identical for one sole, so we will have 4 in total. And once we will work the edging on the wrong side and once on the right side, so in the end when you put them together to make to have 2 soles. So now basically this is the shape that I have, and if I want to have the left foot, I will just make it on the right side, but now I will do it on the wrong side, but now I will do it on the right side. So I will start with a single crochet, and then I will go around into the side row, into each side rows with one single crochet. And when we will get in the corners over here, we won't work 3 single crochets into the stitches from the corners as usual. We will work only 2, and this is because we already have an increase over there, so the shape is already given. So as you can see, after working 2 single crochet into the same stitch, the stitch is getting close enough to the next one, so I don't need to make 3 single crochet. And then I will continue with the stitches, and into the other corner I will do the same, so 2 single crochet into the first side row over here. And I will continue until the end of the row. With this edging. And now what we need to do is to make another one in this, following the same pattern. So here I am with the second side of the sole, and as I said, one sole you saw that I made the edging on the right side. So now to make the other sole, we will just turning on the wrong side, and we will start to work the stitches for the edging on the wrong side. And I will explain you right away why we are doing so. Okay, so now I finished both soles. So as you can see, they are in the mirror. So, and when you put them back together, depending on what foot you like to have the sole, so this is for the right, and if you want to have them for the left, you'll put it like this, and depending on that you will just join both soles on one side or the other, depending on which foot you want to make. They are basically quite the same, so don't worry if you don't find the perfect shape. It is increasing the exterior of the sole. The increases are more than on the other side, but yeah, it won't make such a big difference. And now to join them together, both sides of the sole, of one sole, we will use slip stitches, and we will make sure that we will go into each stitch. I will try to hide these ends in the interior between the two sides, and we will work slip stitches going through both sides of the sole. Okay, so now that we finished, we will simply hide the slip stitch over here. And after cutting the yarn with a smaller crochet hook, you just you can weave that end into the sole stitches so it won't be visible anymore. You can use thread and needle to just sew it so to make sure that it won't get out, but I don't think it will get out, but I'm just hiding them between the stitches. And I'm using a smaller crochet hook just to make it easier to get through those stitches. And then after finishing one sole, you need to repeat the same pattern for the other two sides of the second sole, and then I will show you how to make the top part of the slipper. Okay, so this piece is done over here, and now let's just make a second one and then working on the top part. Okay, so I'm using a lighter yarn, and now with the starting chain you need to measure basically how many chains you will need to for this, because our feet are not the same, and maybe you will need more stitches if you have a higher ankle, or I don't know how it's called. I started with 15 stitches, so having the length of this part of 14 stitches in the end, because the last chain is the turning chain. So I will chain 15. So it will be like this. It will have one round in single crochet, so it will get a bit wider than it is only with single crochet stitches. So now after having this chain, we will start to single crochet with the second chain, and we will single crochet into each stitch and then chain one and turn, and repeat this row, this first row, until we will have 8 rows in total. So now I finished the first 8 rows, and now the 9th row. By the way, if you don't want your toes covered, you just can simply work this piece over here. So now the 9 row will start with a decrease at the beginning of the row, and then we will decrease at the end of the row as well. Again, if you need a shorter or longer part, you simply go on the rows where you don't have any decrease. You can work more or less row. Now the next 3 rows up to row 12, we will single crochet into each stitch. Then we will, at row 13, we will decrease again at the beginning and at the end of the row. Then row 14 we will single crochet into each stitch. And then for the I'm just writing down the pattern. Then row 15 we will decrease at the beginning and at the end of the row. And the last row, row 16, we will single crochet into each stitch. And then we will work the edging, as I said. So we will turn and we will work around, single crochet into each side rows, and in every corners we will work 2 single crochet stitches to just make them round and nice. So let's just start. We will work single crochet. I just turned, so I'm not working on the same side where I finished so basically I'm working on the wrong side, or I don't know which it is. I think it's right side because we had 16 rows, but it doesn't matter how you doing it because yeah, it's just looking the same. The single crochet stitches are looking the same all around. So let's just continue and make this edging into the corners. As I said, we will work 2 single crochet stitches. If you feel like you need 3 single crochet, so if the next stitch is too far, so not to avoid curling or something, you can just work 3 single crochet. It doesn't really matter as long as this piece is nice and flat, so you can work 3 single crochet. Okay, so now I finished the edging. As you saw on my previous slipper, I just added this faux fur yarn. This is not necessarily, but if you want to do it, you just simply, I just had this fur yarn and I said that it will be nice to use it. So if you want to do it, it's better to do it before joining this piece with the sole, because otherwise it will be really difficult. So I'm going with surface slip stitches all around, going into each space, basically into the hole between the rows and right next to the edging. Then to finish, we will just go with the hook from back to front and pick up the loop and pass it on the inside. And then we will join over here. Cut the yarn, and of course that we will need to hide those ends. or the same you can use the thread and needle and just make a few stitches to make sure that it won't get out. Okay, so now after finishing this part over here, we simply go and using slip stitches we will join this piece with the sole. And we will use the slip stitches at on the sole that we did to join them together, and we will use those stitches. When we are getting at the end of the top part, we just can let it like this and just cut the yarn if you want, but I will go into those stitches until getting on the other side of the top part, front part, and I will count how many stitches I will have up to the corner, so I will know how many stitches to work on the other side to make sure that I will start joining the front part with the sole into the same stitch to make it symmetrical. So now I will go over there, but count the stitches just to make sure that you have the same number of stitches on the other side. So I had 9 stitches, I think. So first I'm making the corner, then I will count the stitches to have the same number of stitches and in the other side. And then after working those stitches, I will go again into the front part first stitch, depending on what which stitch you did the last one. If it's the one in the corner, the one in the middle, then you should start with the same stitch, and we will continue to join it with the sole using these slip stitches. And basically after finishing joining, this slipper is all done, and you just need to make the second one. And yeah, this was it with this tutorial. Here I know that there are a few invisible joins like that, but I'm just simply grabbing the loop and get it over here, and then I will simply make a chain, and I will just hide this end on the back of the sole as well. And yeah, so this was it with the slippers. I hope you will make some. They are pretty cute. You could use, if you have thicker yarn than like t-shirt yarn or something else, you can just use only one strand of yarn. The second slipper didn't get quite the same as the other one, but yeah, maybe I did something wrong, but the important thing is that they are wearable. Okay, so now let me show you the surprises that I have for you. Okay, so the first surprise that I have for you is from Long Yarns. Let me get the paper and tell you what it's all about. So they're having a knitting call right now, so knit along, and they sent me a kit for this shawl, which is double-sided knitting, so it's looking like this on the, and they also have a few colorful version on here. So I got this from Langjars, Netherlands, but I think I went on their website to see, and I think they have it in German and in France as well. And the call started on 28th of November, but I would love to work on this, but I don't think I will have time, and it's bad to just keep this kit without being able to work on it. And maybe some of you will like to work on this one. So I have the Atlantis yarn, so this will be the colors that I have I got here, and also from Wool Addict this unicorn needles. So if you would like to get this from me, it's a big box because they are like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 balls of yarn, so this means 500 grams. I would love to send it all over the world, but the shipping costs are pretty expensive. So if you are in Europe, using the Google form that I will let in the description, please make a comment. I would like to win the kit or something like that, the Long Yarns kit, because I will have something else for you as well. So to be able to divide the stuff, I will ask you to specify in the comment if you would like to win the kit or the other thing that I have, and I will tell you right away. So yeah, I would love to, if you're not a knitter, because I know that many people that are following me are crocheters, but maybe you know someone who would like to knit this, and I think it will be a perfect present. So either let them know about this giveaway that I have, or just apply, win, and give it as a present. Why not? The Christmas is almost here. Then the second thing that I got, and because my friends at Furrows are sending me crochet, but every time I'm getting them a bit later because yeah, they are in US, I'm in Europe, so the shipping is not that fast all the time. So I just got this Sagittarius crochet hook, but I won't send this to you because I don't know, I had the giveaway with sending the crochet hooks, and they got in US, so a person from US got it. I have one in Netherlands, so it was pretty fast, but then I have in South Africa and Romania, and I don't know if they are there. They didn't get back to me because I on the postal office I said that in case that something is happening or the destination, the receiver is not getting it, then I wish to send them back to me. I didn't get them. It's been like from the first, I think from the first weekly journal, so more than 2-3 months already. So that's why I don't want to make you excited about it and in the end not get it. So but I do have 2 gift cards to give away of $75 that you can spend on their website, and thinking that they are a big company, they are having this shipping companies which they are working with, and they are doing this like there is their job. It's more likely to get these crochet hooks to you or otherwise. They have great sales this period, so you can use the gift card. And as I told you, I have 2, so 2 of $75. So as again, use the Google form in the description, the link to it, and I would like you to specify in the in that comment box or asking box what you would like to win. If you like the crochet furls gift card, or the lanyards kit, or of course you can put both, and I will pick on the winner and announce the winner next week in the next weekly journal. And yeah, I hope you like what I have for you. And I'm getting these gift cards from their influencer program, but I have so many. They are sending me with every release new crochet hooks. I do not have them in every size because they are randomly picking the size, and most likely I have like 6.5 millimeter crochet hooks, like a lot of them. But so in smaller sizes I don't have that many, and I could order, but why? I do have many of them, so I don't think for a while I will need it. I know that I can spend them on other great stuff that they have, like project bags and other stuff, but yeah, maybe you might want to use it too. So I think this was it for today. So again, if you want to win the lanyards kit with the honeycomb caul and make the shawl, the scarf, then please comment in the Google form like I would like to win the kit. And if you like to win the gift card without a kit, because if you are in US or outside the Europe, I will it will be difficult for me to send it, okay? So I'm so sorry, I wish I could, but yeah, I don't besides the thing that the shipping cost will be enormous, but otherwise than that, I'm not sure if it will get to you. So yeah, I don't know how this will sound, but if you're in Europe, then it's more likely to get this kit. But with the gift cards from First, you just you'll get a link from me, the one that I received from First, so you can use it and spend it on their website, and that is it. So it's nothing from my side, only the link, which I just test them out right now, and they are still valid, so I hope everything will be okay with it. So yeah, this was for today. Thank you so much for being here again, and I can wait to talk with you next week and see what I have in my hand, because everything is getting, I don't know, less and less ideas from the so many ideas that I had, but I'm sure that it won't be I will find something to talk about, to show you off, so don't worry. So yeah, have a great weekend, and see you next time. Bye.